Hello guys, this week I have number 7, and it is preparing the closing entries for a merchandiser account. The first step to doing this is to close the credit accounts, and so sales would be the only credit account we have here. And to close the credit accounts, we're going to debit sales. So we would go sales first for its amount. And we're going to use the income summary account to credit it. And the income summary account is the temporary account we use for closing income, basically. We're going to do the same amount because it is sales. For the next part, we're going to close the debit balances, and we're going to credit those, meaning we have to debit the income summary first, but we don't know what the actual amount is for the income summary. So we're just going to leave it blank, and then we're going to come back after adding all of our normal debit, which are going to be credited. So we have our sales return and allowances, which is just check, yeah, 100. We have our sales discounts, which is 6,800. We have our cost of goods sold, which is 248. We have our sales salaries expense, which is the 66,000 number. We have our utilities expenses, which is 24,000. We have our selling expenses, which is 45,000. And lastly, we have our administrative expenses, which is, in this case, 123. Okay. So I have all these, and then we add all the credits together so we can debit for the income summary. And I've already done that, and the answer is 533,900 in this instance. The problems, that's how you would close the debit balances. You credit them and then just debit to the income summary. For the income summary account, in this case, since the sales are higher than the expenses, it's going to be a credit balance, meaning we're going to need to debit it to close the income summary account. So for the income summary, we have income summary here. And of course you'd calculate the difference between these two. This 5,000, that one right there, and then the income summary here. So the difference is, I've already done it. Difference is 67,100. And you'd add that to the retained earnings. You go 67,100. Okay, so that's how you do that. You close the income summary account by debiting it if it's net sales and crediting it to the retained earnings. And then for dividends, which dividends is a normal debit account, you would credit it, meaning the retained earnings would be first. It's retained earnings because on the retained earnings sheet, on the retained earnings statement, it has dividends and it has the income itself, so that's why you use retained earnings here. So you have 51,000 for the dividends here, and income summary, since you're closing, or not income summary, sorry, dividends, since you're closing dividends account, And there it is. And that would be how you close the dividends account. So now you've closed all the accounts for Merchandiser, and I'm just going to check my work here. And it looks like we got it all right. So that is how you do it for number 7 for this week for the quiz access.